Hey, welcome back to the Nets Unbiased Views. They're fast, they're furious. Topics to be covered today. Day two of India, and what can be expected in day three. With me is Arsh. Hi, Arsh. Welcome back.
Hey, hi, how are you doing, man? So when did you end up sleeping today?
I actually was awake for I think the end of first session, and then after that, when they lost 3 wickets, I was hoping that they get wrapped up under 300, but Smith
Smith,
nonetheless.
Smith, 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 Smith.
Yeah. And a quality player like Smith, he always scores. We know that he has the ability to score. It was just a matter of time. But the game would have been different had we held on to Labuschagne in the first inning. When we had a chance to get him out, it would have been so much different. But oh well,
Uh,
umpiring is a question mark. Two decisions going. Rohit Sharma's he referred to the umpire, but it always comes back to that. What if there was no DRS? Then this is the quality of umpiring is just terrible, and there's no
Absolutely,
ball.
absolutely. So the highlight for me for from yesterday's game, from the play that we had yesterday was Ravindra Jadeja's throw. So that was one thing for me which I will never forget which I will never forget. So that throw was a tracer bullet when Rahane jumps off and he's like, I don't know, I have nothing to do with this. That was one hell of a throw. And mind you, he had only one stump to aim at.
Yes,
He pounces like a cheetah and throws like whatever he has in his hand. So it's just incredible the way he does it. And time
absolutely.
on time, I don't know, I just read or I just heard someone say that whenever you have Jadeja on the field, it feels like you have 12 people fielding.
I
It is, yeah, so the number of runs that he saves and plus the bonus that he gives is crazy,
and
is tremendous.
we say all those things, and what we forget is the thing that he brings with bowling
Oh,
and his batting.
of course.
300 scores in India in domestic season. He comes at number 7 or 6, and on top of that, he managed to get you 4 wickets on a dead track like Sydney. And yes, the
Yeah, yeah.
pitch a little bit and is going to turn as we proceed, but it's just
The
amazing.
the way he yorked a couple of them was crazy. The way he did that is tremendous,
So,
insanely nice.
words about Shubman Gill, our batting.
Uh, I expected both of them to score a century. I expected Rohit and Gill to have that mark set up saying that we have arrived. But nonetheless, this was one of the great one. This was for the first time an Indian opening pair looked like they are meant to be there.
So,
So
interesting stat is that this has happened the first time since Sehwag and Gambhir were opening for India way back, that we actually lasted for 20 overs and managed to score 70 odd runs. So kudos to them. They both look solid. A ball that stopped on Rohit eventually got him out, but I was not really expecting Rohit to come out good in this, at least in this inning, considering he was out for a whole year from Test cricket.
correct, absolutely. But I expected somewhere down in my heart, I wanted them to score a century
Well, true. I
just the
mean, as Shubman Gill for me looks promising. I am a little bit disappointed with how he is. He is the one who has thrown away his wicket. He has given away his wicket in both the times that he has got out so far that we have seen. And it's about time that somebody like him steps up. But he is going to be another 8,000 to 10,000 runs player for India
correct.
in Test.
He's in for the longer game.
Yes.
That's what I feel.
Happy?
So sorry.
Are you happy with Saini's performance so far with the ball?
Yeah, he's done his bit really well. He's done his bit well, and when you have players like Smith and Labuschagne in there, you there's very little that you can do. So I I would rate him. He has had a decent debut.
I
What do you?
he had a decent debut, but I think he might be a different bowler under Kohli. Rahane for me yesterday was not the same Rahane that we had seen in second test match. Rahane for me was a little bit defensive. He
Hmm.
was trying to block runs more than he was trying to get wickets. So
Correct.
that for me
Correct.
was a little, it was strange considering this is a dead track. So I can understand his vantage point where he wanted to just block the runs and see if mistakes are committed. Bumrah for me, most of majority of the time was unlucky, but he was blocking runs. He was keeping one end down and managed to get two big wickets.
Oh, talking about the second wicket, what's your take on the second wicket that he took?
Has
Tim
to
Payne.
be the has to be the ball of the day, hitting right above the tops of off stump. It was brilliant.
I won't be surprised that if that happens to be the ball of the series also, because that was one of the craziest thing that I've seen. One of the best bowling effort. So yeah. So talking about
Well, didn't really have the wickets to show in the wickets column, but I think he
correct,
bowled decent. And
correct.
Ashwin was a different bowler today, so
Yeah,
hopefully he will come second innings.
yeah.
Hopefully,
So now the interesting bit will be Nathan Lyon and Ashwin facing off. So if Nathan Lyon manages to pick anything less than a four or a fiver in the next in tomorrow or day after in the coming days, it'll be a tremendous thing for Ashwin to he'll be under pressure. He'll be under pressure to perform because Lion at Sydney is a different bowler. And day three of the test match will be a cakewalk for him to walk through the tail of India. So if we manage to get there, which we will, it's another Saturday morning, and the last Saturday morning that we played a test, we got wrapped for 35. So wrapped for 36. So I'm not. It shouldn't be one of those days again. So let's hope. Let's
I am
hope.
for tomorrow. I think we can expect a big one from Pujara tomorrow. The first 30-35 minutes will be the key, but if these two manage to not lose a wicket in the first 35, and when we say first 35, it's we are looking at 6 overs, 6 to 7 overs. If we can
Correct.
steady the ship in those 6 or 7 overs, I think we can continue the rest of the day at 2.5 to 3 runs an over.
Yeah.
2.75, I would say. And that would bring the total to 300 at the end of the day, considering tomorrow it's 100 overs. So let's just keep our fingers crossed.
Now, before we log out,
Wanting to, there was a news that Shehan Jayasuriya is retiring from Sri Lankan cricket and he will be joining US as well. So he was, again, his name popped up just because he's retiring. Otherwise, no one would have even noticed he existed. But he is retiring from Sri Lankan cricket.
no.
And
Before we jump on to anything else, your take on Labuschagne and the way the yapping that went around.
he is trying to do what all Australians do. I mean, I am a little bit annoyed with that, considering when Pant was doing it, the umpires intervened, and uh, this just seems like. I mean, I understand it's a little bit annoying, but that's what he is asked to do there, right? I mean, I would like it in an ideal world if we have 11 Rishabh Pants fielding all around the bat, and but we don't have players who have that personalities. I can never see somebody like Rahane closing in and chit chatting or yapping like Labuschagne does. But hey, somebody like Rishabh Pant can take care of that one short ball, and you can actually have a short point, silly point. You can manage that. So let's just hope our
Yeah,
batsmen do the.
I mean a person who is in there for less than 4 years of his entire career shouldn't yap. So
Well, same can be
I
said
mean,
about.
so no, if you're so the person he was targeting was Tim Payne last time when we met, right?
Right.
So, which was a fact, which was he is a temporary captain. He is a substitute for whatever happened in the past. So, if you're doing it to someone like a Rohit or someone, if you do it to a Shubman, then it is still okay because He is early in the career. Respect, not he's just a newbie, so you can do that to him. But doing it to someone like a Rohit or something, it's just and hang on, you can't take God's name in the conversation.
So now I understand. I think it would have been different had the captain been Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli is aggressive and he goes after these kind of players. But I mean, he's doing a job. He's just getting paid
Correct,
for it. I'm pretty
correct.
in the evening we'll be sipping beers together. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is
yeah,
what.
absolutely, absolutely.
All right. So the other news that popped in was South Africa announced that 25 that will be visiting Sri Lanka. Two new people have got their two new faces, and I don't even think I could remember their names. One of them, both of them are medium pace bowlers, Darren something and Otniel Bartman. So
Hmm.
those are the two guys that we will be seeing in Pakistan, medium pacers.
Sri Lanka
Yeah, no, from South Africa going to Pakistan. They'll be playing their test series in Pakistan starting.
before they head into Sri Lanka, or what is it? What's the schedule like for them?
They will first. No, that's England. England will come to India, then go to Sri Lanka, and then go to Pakistan. But and
Oh, so
then
Pakistan has opened doors, is it?
yes, Pakistan is having
So
visitors. Sri Lanka
when
will
you
be.
when you say Pakistan, are they actually going to play at Karachi, Lahore, Multan, or they are going to UAE to play their games?
So it is true that they have opened the stadiums, but I think it will be Rawalpindi that will be hosting test matches.
Mm-hmm.
One match in Lahore got the other test match, and all three one days are in Lahore.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be it's going to be the Pakistan is going to host any form of international cricket after some time. That's a good sign. That's a good sign
Yeah,
for a country to
yes.
open
So 16 years
open.
visiting Pakistan.
Sorry.
After 16 years, Pakistan will be having South Africa as a visitor.
Oh, that's a great news. That's one of the most beautiful news that has come out. Good to
Yeah,
see. It's apart from
Pakistan,
the rivalry that we have, apart from the rivalry that we have, you never want a cricketing nation to go down. How much ever bad it is, or how much ever you despise not liking them, you want them to play. You want them to.
cricket should not suffer.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
it's
well,
that much. It's that much fun to beat them, go down, beat them, and come
absolutely.
back home.
It is to a certain extent. It is sad that players like Rohit and players as big as Virat Kohli have never got a chance to play against Pakistan in a Test match.
in
So
Pakistan. In
yeah,
Pakistan. So yeah, so that's one.
that is a little bit that's something that can be corrected. But oh well, that's all that we have for today. Before we
Yeah.
go anywhere, to hit the like button if you haven't done that already. Please do share, subscribe,
If
and
you
if you
guys
don't,
if you guys have watched it till here, please like it, man. What's come on, man. Give us that thumbs up.
all right. Thanks, Harsh, and
Thank you,
wherever you guys,
man. Thank you.
we will talk shortly.
Peace out.